afternoon.
You must be Mr. Safwan,
Yes,
is it?
I am.
My name is C. I'm the front office manager of Taylor's International Hotel. So, and then I will be your trainer today on the topic of how to deal with customer complaint. Let's have a seat first. How are you today?
I feel fine, thank you.
Are you ready for working with us next week?
I am, yes.
Have you had any experience before in front office department?
No, I have worked in a hotel before, but it's only within the F&B department.
Oh, I see. So, have you during or encounter any guest complaint in F&B department?
Mostly, yeah.
I want you to know that even though you have deal with some customer complaint, but there is a difference, like the certain difference between F&B and front office department on how to deal with customer complaint. That's why I conduct this training today for you to have clearer idea and skill on how to deal with it. And this is the lesson plan for you.
Okay, thank you.
This show you on the task we are going to complete today and also the timing frame. So I believe it's not the long training, so you won't get bored with me. So let's have a look first. The objective of this training is for you, by at the end of the training, I expect you to know how to deal with customer complaint effectively and confidently, and also you know what you should do and should not do, as well as you understand the customer satisfaction in the service industry. So, okay, let's start. Are you ready for our training?
Yes, I am.
Yes, let's start. With the step one, it's important for you to remember that hotel only can exist with the customer. If the customer no longer stay with us due to dissatisfaction or something else, so our hotel will close. That's why, and most of the time, the complaint will come to the receptionist, which is you. So you have to be ready all the time to solve the problem, listen to their complaint, and have them let them come to you because they want you to assist them. And so have you heard about Learn? So I will introduce for you Learn. This actually the 5 steps how you follow and handle the customer complaint. The first one, L. L stands for listen. You need to listen to them carefully. You give them the patient ear to listen to what is the problem and why they are unhappy with our hotel, with our service. And try to do not interrupt them because they are already angry. If you interrupt them, so their temper will increase and they might hurt you or do something else that we don't expect. And besides, you can take note their complaint because this is a skill for you. When you take note, they might tend to slow down their speed and their angry also slow down. Next one, E, stand for empathy. You should put yourself in their situation to understand their problem and try to connect with them, because for you, even it's like you feel that it's just a minor problem, it's just a small problem, it doesn't matter, but for them it's not. So try to understand what are they going through and keep calm and try to tune the customer. The next one will be apologize. After you listen to them, you understand their situation, so you apologize to them. Apologize here is not because you right or because you wrong. It's because you respect them and you show them that the guest is. After you apologize, so you must react to solve the problem for the guest. You tell them whatever you can do within your authority and within how long. If the problem of the guest, you cannot solve the problem, so you must inform them that, excuse me sir, I need to talk to the supervisor or my manager and I get back to you as soon as possible. And besides, if there is more than one option that you can solve the problem, so you must tell to the guest, give them the option, the choice, so they choose which one is better for them. And this is the time for you to show that you are willing to assist them. So try to do as much as possible and also solve the problem as soon as possible. And the last one, and is notify all the colleague or the staff the problem, so that this won't happen in the future. They will prevent it and they will get the solution, the best solution to solve the problem as well. And the other factors for you to handle customer complaint is follow up with yes. Of course, after you solve the problem, or even you are not the one who solved the problem, you must follow, must contact the guest and ask them whether they are satisfied with your solution, or they want to do something else, or they want you to help them to solve the problem. And then use the guest name. While you talk to the customer, you use the guest name frequently, so they know that you are pay full attention on the customer. And then you take note the problem, as I mentioned to you before. When you take note the problem, so they tend to slow down their speed and they also feel more chill. Okay, and do not insult or argue with the guest. Even the guest talk about the story or their problem is not correct, so but you have to listen to them and apologize to them. You cannot say that you are wrong, we don't do this, we don't do that. Besides, you don't take it personally. Instead of taking it personally, you try to find a solution to assist them. And also don't interrupt them while talking. As I tell you before, if you interrupt them, they might feel more angry and they will hurt them. So promise if impossible. If you don't have authority to do this, please don't exceed your authority. You must ask your manager to advise you and then come back to the customer as soon as possible. So now let's go to the demonstration part. I will show you on how to deal with the guest, some real situation. Now let's start with the demonstrate part. So I will show you on how to deal with the customer complaint. I will ask Mr. Aftan, he's my assistant, to be the angry guest, and he complained about aircon service. And you will see how can I deal with him. Mr. Aftan?
Excuse me, the air conditioning unit in my room is not working, and I just came back from my flight and it's very annoying since it's really hot outside. Can you send someone up there to fix it?
Oh, I'm really sorry, sir, for the inconvenience. May I know what is your room number?
I'm in room 444.
Room 444. You are Mr. Aftan.
Yes.
For the aircon problem, I will call to the engineering team within 10 minutes, so they will come to your room to fix the aircon.
Okay.
It will take around 20 minutes for them to fix. And this is the complimentary drink. You can go to the club floor to enjoy a drink during the engineering team fix your aircon.
Thank you very much.
I'm really sorry for the inconvenience.
Yes.
And if you have any other problem, you can contact me. I will help you to assist it immediately.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, this is how you deal with the customer complaint. So now this is your turn to demonstrate what is your part and how you do it.
Hi, miss, can I help you?
Excuse me, just now I called to the front office desk and I told that my heater is not working. I need to fix it immediately for me to take shower. But after 15 minutes, no one come to my room. Then what should I do now?
I'm sorry, miss. I'll check up with the call log and follow up with the who took your call. I will make sure that the maintenance teams will be in your room within the next 10 minutes. In the meantime, why don't you go to the guest room, get yourself a drink with our complimentary pass, and in the meantime, I'll make sure that your heater will be fixed in about 10 to 15 minutes. Is that okay?
I want to fix it immediately as soon as possible because I have the event later. If I don't take shower, I cannot go to the event.
We will try to resolve the problem as soon as possible, but in the meantime, please enjoy your stay in the club room.
Okay.
Thank you.
follow up with your demonstrate earlier, I find out you have some mistake while you perform this. So I want to remind you that while you assist the customer, you must ask their room number.
Ah,
And because if you don't know where they stay, what is their room, so how can you ask the engineering team to come and fix their heater? And then the other thing is you should ask their name, her name. So for example, you should, how can I assist you? So you frequently mention her name, so she know that you pay full attention on her. So maybe she will feel a bit like, how to say, better. So she won't get more
I see.
angry. And then this is about demonstrate part. So do you have any other question or any part of my training that you are not clear? So you can ask me now.
how do you deal with the fussy guest?
The fussy guest. So when you mention about fussy guest, meaning you know that they usually complain a lot. They complain everything, like even this is just a small problem. So when you know about that, they are fussy. So when they have reservation with us, so you should notify with other department, or this guest is what type of guest, like triple guest, and like you will ask them to prepare everything perfectly. So it's not about how you handle customer complaint, but also prevent customer complaint. You try to minimize it as much as possible, and if they still complain, so you should follow the step. And also if they try to find out the small mistake, the things that is really doesn't matter, so you can offer them, not all the times you offer them the complimentary, but if you feel that they are really not happy with that, so you can offer to them. If not, you can try to speak and explain for them to make them understand about the situation. So this is all about the training. So I want to ask you, how do you feel about yourself after this training? Are you confident enough to work with us next week to deal with other customer complaints?
I think I would need a lot more experience before I become better, but this is a good first step in preparing myself for the job.
Yes, this is just a basic knowledge and idea for you on how to deal with the customer. But while you deal with the real situation, so you must see how is it and then find the best way to adapt with the situation. It depends on you, and it takes time for you to learn and get experience also. And how do you feel about our training? Is it clear enough for you, or do you have any feedback for my training?
The training session was overall good. I liked the demonstration part. It made things a bit easier to imagine.
Yes, the demonstrate part it's just a small sample. It's like the normal problem. So you still have some mistake here and there. So you should like pay more attention and find out more how to deal with the customer complaints. So when you work at the front office staff, so you will be good. I mean, you can handle the guest complaint in the good manner, in the right way. And to summarize this, and then I hope and I believe that you get more confident to work with us next week. And the customer satisfaction is really important for our hotel. So make them satisfied can provide us a positive effect, as they can give the good feedback to the other customer, and they can become our loyalty customer. So do the best to provide the customer the best quality of service. Okay, so I want to remind you the next training will be with Mr. Aftan about the grooming by after tomorrow, is it? Yes. So don't be late or don't forget about the training.
Okay, will do.
Okay, thank you for coming to our training.
Thank you. Thank you for the training.
Thank you very much.